Hi everyone, welcome to our ethnographic video analyzing service experiences at Wonderland, Hyde Park. My name is Mohammad Hamza Rashid Sheikh and I am studying hospitality tourism and event management.
My name is Cameron Nunes, also studying the same program.
And my name is Sultan Sheikh. Today we are exploring Winter Wonderland through an ethnographic lens by observing, experiencing, and critically analyzing the service strategies used across different attractions.
We'll each engage with different services such as food outlets, rides, and we're just like seeing the entries, ticketing systems to capture a wide range of customer touch points.
Our analysis applies established service quality and strategy frameworks, including ServEqual, the service profit chain, and the moments of truth history. At the end, we'll represent recommendations for improving the services, strategy, customer experiences, and communication. So let's begin.
So first we're gonna start with the entry ticketing and the first impressions of the Winter Wonderland and the securities. So here's the first point: critical observation of organization, environment and strategy. Basically, Winter Wonderland adopts a massive event service strategy focused on high throughput and experiential design. According to Lovelock and Ritz 2016, experiential tourism relies on atmosphere, ambience, and multi-sensory engagement. The entrance area reflects this strategy. Very colorful, we get a positive vibe like lightning, thematic decorations, and a clear signage. Immediately create emotional appeal. Crowd management also appears to be a core service strategy. They have implemented staggered entry times, backjacks, and multiple training lanes. This resembles Bittner's service escape model 1992, where physical layout influences customer moment and satisfaction. Secondly, we experience about the customer service versus theory. The staff at the entrance followed standardized service protocols, security checks, barcode scanning, and directional guidance. Compared to cervical dimensions, reliability seems strong because the process was systematic and efficient. However, empathy was limited, likely because staff must prioritize crowd flow over personalized interaction. Carlson's moment of truth suggests that every touchpoint shifts customer perception. My moment at the gate was functional but not warm. It delivered efficiency but lacked emotional engagement. Third, I experienced use of additional models. Gronro's service quality model 1984 splits quality into technical, what you receive, and functional, how it is delivered. Technically, the entry worked perfectly, quick scanning, clear instructions. Functionally, the experience felt transactional. Overall, the organization strategy seems to prioritize volume and flow control over personalized hospitality, which is understandable for a high traffic event. Thank you. The point number 4: queue design and waiting experience. Queue design plays a crucial role in shaping perceived service quality. According to Masters Psychology of Waiting 1985, unoccupied time feels longer than occupied time. At the Winter Wonderland entrance, themed visuals, music, and lighting helped reduce perceived waiting time even during longer queues. However, limited real time information about waiting duration slightly increase certainty, providing estimated wait times through digital boards could further improve perceived fairness and customer satisfaction. The fifth point is standardization versus customization trade off. The entry system reflects a highly standardized service model. Lovelock 1983 highlights that standardization improves efficiency, consistency, which is critical in high volume event environments. While this reduces service variability, it also limits customization. For example, families and with children, elderly visitors, or first time tourists receive the same service process despite differing needs. A hybrid approach combining standardization with selective flexibility could enhance inclusivity without compromising efficiency. In the sixth point, we look emotional labor and staff role constraints. Concept of emotional labor 1983 is relevant here. Entrance staff are expected to remain calm, polite, and authoritative under pressure, particularly during peak crowd inflows. However, due to time pressure and safety responsibilities, emotional engagement is constrained. This explains why interactions felt professional but emotionally distant, reinforcing the transactional nature of this service encounter. The seventh point, perceived value and price justification. From a customer perspective, the entry experience contributes to perceived value. Zetmel 1988 defines value as a trade off between what is received and what is given. This visually impressive inference supports price justification by signaling quality and scale. However, the lack of emotional warmth may slightly reduce perceived value for customers who associate hospitality with personalized welcome. The eighth one we look reflection on strategic alignment. Overall, the entry experience is strongly aligned with Winter Wonderland's strategic objectives of safety, efficiency, and high visitor throughput. The service design prioritizes operational control over relational engagement. While this strategy is appropriate for a large scale seasonal event, minor enhancements in emotional touchpoints, such as friendly greetings or clearer communication, could significantly improve functional service quality without disrupting flow. This entrance experience sets expectations for the rest of the event efficient, visually engaging, and well organized, but largely transactional. This balance between efficiency and experience becomes even more evident as we move into attractions and rides. Thank you.
Section 2, Attraction and Ride Experience. Point 1, Critical Observation and Attraction Strategy. Winter Wonderland uses a differentiation strategy by offering multiple themed rides and attractions appealing to families, thrill seekers, and tourists. This mirrors Pine and Gilmore's experience economy in 1999 were valued arise from immersion and entertainment. The ride operators follow strict safety protocols, seat checks, verbal instructions, and pre ride reminders. This aligns with a high contact service environment where risk management is central. Point 2, Judging customer service against theory. Comparing my ride experience to cervical tangibles, the ride was well maintained and visually appealing. Assurance, staff demonstrated confidence, which enhanced my trust in safety. Responsiveness, they answered questions quickly, and empathy. Limited because staff must focus mainly on safety rather than personalized care. By Mayers and Swagger's customer service experience journey in 2007 argues that customers' emotions shape overall satisfaction. May state was excitement mixed with slight anxiety, and staff assurance reduced that anxiety significantly. Point number three, using additional models. Applying Cano's model in 1984, safety assurance is a must be feature and it doesn't add delight but in absence would severely harm satisfaction, and the right atmosphere, music, and theming are delighters that elevate the overall experience. The attraction service quality is strong on reliability and assurance, but weaker in personalized engagement and due to operational constraints. Point 4, Service escape and sensory emotions. The rides are embedded with a highly immersive service escape. Bittner's 1992 explains that environmental cues such as lighting, sound, and spatial layout influence emotional and behavioral response. The use of festive lighting, music, and theme facades stimulates excitement and anticipation even before the ride begins. This sensory stimulation enhances pre-consumption experience, increasing emotional engagement before service delivery actually occurs. Point number 5, Capacity management and throughout strategy. Ride operations reflect a strong focus on capacity maximization. High ride turnover, rapid loading procedures, and standardized safety checks suggest a throughout driven strategy. According to Lovelock and Ritz 2016, balancing speed with experience is essential in a mass service environment. Here, efficiency appears prioritized over interaction. Point number 6, Waiting time perception. Waiting time plays a crucial role in ride satisfaction. Meister 1985 argues that certain uncertain waits feel longer than known waits, while queues were managed efficiently, limited communication about expected wait times slightly increased, preserved uncertainty, which may negatively affect satisfaction during peak periods. Point number 7, role of staff authority. Ride operators operate in an automative role due to safety obligations. This changes the traditional hospitality dynamic from service oriented to control oriented. This supports Johnston's 1995 view that assurance and security can outweigh friendliness in risk high services. Point number 8, Emotional risk and trust formation. Rides involve perceived physical risk, which increases customer reliance on staff competence. Morgan and Hunt's commitment trust theory, 1994, suggests trust is foundation to satisfaction. Clear instructions and confident staff behavior directly contribute to trust formation. All ride instructions followed scripted protocols, ensuring consistency while standardization reduces errors and risk. It limits flexibility and spontaneous interactions, reinforcing a transactional experience rather than a relational one. Point number 9, moment of the truth at ride dispatch. The most critical moment of truth occurred just before the dispatch. At this point, staff tone, clarity, and confidence had the greatest emotional impact, confirming Carlson's 1987 theory that brief encounters disproportionate shape and perceptions. Point number 10, experience intensity and memory creation. Pine and Gilmore's 1999 argue that memorable experiences drive value. The intensity of the ride and speed, visuals, and sounds creates strong episodic memory, which enhances post experience satisfaction and word of mouth potential. As you can see, this ride was very scary and we enjoyed a lot in this one, and it took around 6 to 7 rounds for us in that ride. Going on further to point number 11, post ride emotional drop. After the ride ended, emotional engagement dropped quickly. There was little post ride interaction, missing an opportunity to reinforce positive emotions during the recovery phase of the service encounter. Point number 12, service recovery readiness. No visible service recovery mechanisms were observed, such as staff checking emotional responses or offering assurance to nervous riders. According to Tax and Brown, 1998, proactive recovery can significantly improve satisfaction even when no failures occurs. Therefore, the person, for basically me, who was having anxiety to ride in bigger rides or more scary rides, I had to opt for um like a VR ride or a less scary ride. Point number 14, target market alignment. The ride offering clearly aligned with segmented markets, children, families, and thrill seekers. This supports Kotler's market segmentation theory, ensuring attractions match visitors' motivations and expectations. Using Facebook's two factor theory safety functions as a hygiene factor. It does not increase delight, but its absence would immediately cause dissatisfaction or fear. Point 16, Cue social dynamics. Cues encourage social interactions among groups, enhancing collective excitement. Rioba et al. 2015 noted that shared experience, strength, emotional value in tourism and setting. Staff appeared under constant operational pressure, suggesting high cognitivity and physical workload. This may reduce emotional availability, linking back to Housechild's emotional labor theory. Point number 17, culture and language accessibility. Instructions were primarily in English, which may challenge international visitors. From an inclusivity perspective, multilingual signage or visual instructions aids would improve accessibility. Priority lanes and fast track systems were visible while profitable. While profitable, Oliver and Swan in 1989 argue that preserved unfairness can negatively affect satisfaction among queue users. Point number 19, technology and automation use. Minimal automation was observed in ride operations. Greater use of digital displays or automated instructions could free staff to focus on emotional engagement rather than procedural repetition. Experience consistency across rides were the service equality was largely consistent across attractions. Consistency strengthens brand reliability, an important component of strong term customer trust. The ride experience demonstrates a deliberate strategic trade off, safety, and efficiency over personalization. This aligns with Winter Wonderland's mass event positioning but limits opportunities for emotional differentiation. Concluding my statement, in conclusion, Winter Wonderland's attractions deliver strong experiential value through immersion safety and operational efficiency. However, limited emotional engagement and post ride interaction reduce opportunities for deeper connection. Strategic micro interventions could enhance functional service quality without compromising throughout.
So I'm going to explore about section 3, which is food and beverage service experience. So in that, there is the first point, observation of F&B strategy, which includes food outlets, follows a high volume and fast service strategy, which is like typically of event catering. According to Jones and Lockwood 2004 peak period, event caterings focus on speeds, standardizations, and minimizing wait times. The F&B atmosphere, the smell of food, open stalls, and festive brandings, which creates a sensory driven service gives that's aimed at impulse purchasing. And second point is judging customer service versus theory. Comparing comparing my experience using Cervical, which have some several points, that is reliability, that was order was correct and delivered without errors. Responsiveness, which is queue moved steadily, but during busy times staff teams overstretched. And there is assurance also. Staff's competence was evident. Empathy very limited because interactions was brief. And the last point is tangibles, which was like presenting a food was visually appealing. Applying Maslow hierarchy, which is like event context, food provisions meets the psychological need but contributes to emotional satisfactions through festive presentations. And the third point is additional model applications using Hasberg's motivations hygiene theory. Speed, accuracy, and cleanliness are hygiene factors which prevents dissatisfactions, and friendly interactions or small gestures like personalized recommendations could act as motivators that added delights. So overall, the F&B experience was efficient and functional, but lacked a warm, personal service touch typical large-scale events. Point number 4 is queue management and waiting experience. Queue management that plays a significant role in perceived service quality. According to Master's Psychology of Waitings 1985, customers perceive waits as shortest when queues are visibly moving. At Winter Wonderlands, the single direction flow and open kitchens help reduce frustrations. Moreover, the absence of visible waiting time indicators created uncertainty during peak periods. And fifth point is menu designs and choice architecture. The menu designs appeared deliberately simplified, which focus on high margin, high demands items. According to Thaler and Susten's concepts of choice, architects suggest that limited options reduce decision times and increase throughput that supports operational efficiency in high volume environments. And sixth point is price perceptions and value for money. So food prices were relatively higher as compared to everyday dinings, which is typically in event settings. According to Jethamel's 1980, perceived value depends on the balance. So between price, quality, and experience. The festive presentations and atmosphere partially justified the premium pricing. And the seventh point is sensory marketing impact. The strong smell of food, visible cooking, and warm lighting, which functions as sensory marketing tools. So, Krishna 2012 argues that sensory cues increase emotional response and impulse buying, which was evident in the high food fats at popular stalls. 8 point is staff workload and emotional labor. Staff appeared under constant pressure due to high demand. Applying Hochschild's emotional labor theory, 1983, emotional engagement was constrained, explaining the brief and task force interaction observed. 9 point is hygiene, cleanliness, and trust. There should be a proper cleaning, preparations areas, and visible hygiene practices, which contributes to trust. Cleanliness act as hygiene factor under Hasberg models, preventing dissatisfactions and reinforcing perceptions of food safety. And 10 point is accessibility and dietary inclusivity. While some vegetarian options were available, dietary information was limited. From an exclusive service perspective, clear labeling for allergens and halal or veg options could enhance accessibility and perceived care. Point number 11 is strategic reflection on F&B service design. Overall, the F&B service designs prioritize speeds, volumes, and revenue generations. This strategy aligns with the broader Winter Wonderland business model, but modest improvements in communications and emotional engagement could significantly enhance perceived service quality. So, in summary, the food and beverage experiences successfully delivers efficiency and sensory appeal, but offer limited personalized interactions. This reflects a strategic trade-off between operational efficiency and hospitality, warmth in scale, large scale event catering.
So, by concluding this video, this ethnographic video was created as part of our university group assignment for the module Service Strategy for Tourism, Hospitality, and Events. Through our observation and analysis of Winter Wonderland, we aim to identify key service strategies, customer touchpoints, and areas where overall guest experience can be enhanced. We hope this video provides meaningful insights into the service design and strategic decision and making shape customers and experience large scale tourism and hospitality events. Thank you for watching.